Hey guys, this is Abhishek from Technics Media, and today we are going to do a full review of LG Optimus G. We have the device with us. If we talk about this device in terms of the overall design and the physical form factor, in terms of the overall design and the build quality first of all about this device is quite good. LG has actually used glass to actually design the back, and you can actually notice the texture design which is inside the glass back, and it looks pretty good in terms of the overall design. You have a nice LG logo over here. You have the 13 megapixel camera over here with LED flash, and on the right hand side you have nicely designed chrome grill which actually is surrounding the edges of the phone. There are two chrome lining basically with black in between, which makes it look pretty good. And we have a micro USB slot here for data syncing and charging. On this side on the left you have the volume rocker. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and on the right hand side over here we have the power and sleep key, which is quite accessible. If I talk about the build quality, the quality of material which has been used to manufacture this phone is quite nice. You have glass at the top and at the back, and here you have nice quality of plastic which is there surrounding to this device, surrounding the edges of the phone. If I talk about the overall form factor, this device is pretty okay when it comes to the size to hold in one hand. It has got a 4.7-inch high definition display screen, which is again quite good. And if I talk about the overall colors, the saturation of colors, the sharpness of colors, everything just look pretty sharp and pretty clear on this device. I cannot notice any kind of pixels on this device on the display, as you can see right now. So as far as the display is concerned, this device has got an amazing display. And here you have the SIM card slot, and you have a micro SIM card which will be supported in this device. And there is a hole. There is a SIM injection tool which comes within the package of this device, and you need to insert that pin over here to actually get the SIM tray out, and then you can actually insert a micro SIM in. Now if I talk about the display and the viewing angles on the display is pretty good. It is quite wide, I must say. The overall display is as close as it is possible to the glass on the screen. Display angles are again quite wide on this device. I cannot notice any kind of fading of colors even if I look at the device from this angle. If I talk about the other specifications of the device, the weight of this device is around 145 gram. This one has got a Qualcomm 1.5 gigahertz processor, a Snapdragon processor. And if we talk about the GPU, this one has got Adreno 320 GPU, which is again quite a powerful GPU, and it has got out of the box running on the device. Let me just show you the version number of Jelly Bean. You have 4.1.2. Taking a look at the storage, we have the storage over here. So this device comes in two variants, 16 GB and 32 GB. This one is the 32 GB variant, and out of 32 GB you get around 25.04 GB. And apart from this, other space is actually allocated for the operating system and files, and the users do not have access to those areas to actually store the files. And as far as the micro SD memory card slot is concerned, this device does not have a slot for the micro SD memory card, so it doesn't support that. You have 621 MB of RAM which is used right now, 1.2 GB which is free. It does not support OTG, so you do not have the option of on-the-go USB on this device, but it supports MHL. When we talk about the other features which you get on this device, you get the quick memo. When it comes to the notification center, this is how the notification center look like. You have all the toggles which are required when you use this phone, as well as you have some Q slide apps, which will be the kind of apps which will run in a pop-up window. You can always make sure that these apps are running in the full screen by tapping over here, then it will go to the full screen. Apart from this, you can run these apps from the notification screen right away, anytime. These are the calculator app, the calendar app, internet browser. So you will be able to watch a video inside this web browser Now talking about the touchscreen quality, there is no problem as far as the touchscreen is concerned. The touchscreen is responsive almost on any part of the screen, and let me just play Temple Run to actually show you the responsiveness of the touchscreen. So the accelerometer sensor on the device is working pretty nice, and the touchscreen is pretty responsive. Almost there is an instant response which I am getting right now when I am playing this game. Talking about the camera UI on this device, you have a very nice camera UI with large number of extensive options, and it does have a very good feature. I'm just going to tell you that. Before that, if you go into settings, you have all these options of controlling the flash, zoom, brightness. You can control over the focus, as well as you have the option to increase and decrease the ISO, and you can geotag your photos as well. And then if we go over here, you have all these shots that you can actually take HDR photos as well on this device. So it does support HDR mode. You have a panorama shot, you can do a continuous shooting as well. And here we have this option which is quite nice, which is the feature I was talking about. This is the time catch shot, which actually allows you to capture a particular photo before you actually press the shutter. So let us suppose that you are capturing someone who is smiling. So when you have this option on, when you have the time catch shot on, it will start taking the photos before you press the shutter, and in this case you won't miss any moment in case there is any before you actually press the shutter. You do have the option to take the photos by saying these words, as you can see, which is again quite good. And you can toggle to the front camera. The front camera is 2 megapixel and it is capable of doing video chat at 720p, whereas the back camera is 13 megapixel on this device with LED flash, and it is capable of recording high definition videos as well. When it comes to the video playback, you can actually play high definition videos both at 720p as well as at 1080p on this device. Now if we take a look over the dialer looks pretty basic. When it comes to the video calling option, you do not have the video calling option as of now over here, but you can selectively select a contact and do a video call with it using this phone. It will support video call over 4G as well as 3G, and the dialer is quite big in terms of the overall numbers. You can easily tap on these numbers and dial it. Now if I talk about messaging, let me just create a new message to actually show you the keyboard. So the device has got 4.7 inch of display size, and the keyboard, which is right now shown in the portrait mode, the keys are quite big for most of the kind of fingers, especially for the thin as well as for the thick fingers. There should be no problem at all as far as typing is concerned. We never faced any issue while typing on this device using the virtual keyboard. And if I go to the landscape mode, the keyboard's keys become again pretty big. So in case you have any problem while typing in the portrait mode, you can always type a message in the landscape mode, and the browser supported, most of the applications support the landscape mode. So as far as the settings which we are seeing right now for the keyboard, it does not support continuous input. Now when it comes to apps which come pre-installed, you have the application manager which will come pre-installed, which will allow you to remove applications from the phone. Even the default application which come pre-installed, you have a dictionary which will come pre-installed on the device. You have a file manager, you have FM radio, file share application with which you will be able to send files on Wi-Fi to other Android phones and other LG phones. Then you have other applications like Memo which come pre-installed. You have a notebook application as well. Another good thing is the quick translator, which actually allows you to scan a text or a word or a line, translate into another language which you would like to select. There is one language which you can get for free, and then if you want to translate to other languages, you will have to buy it. Apart from that, if we talk about other applications, you do have a safety care application as well, which allows you to do an emergency call forwarding. You can set the phone into non-usage mode, as well as you can send the location of your device in case of emergency, in case battery is dying out, so that someone can actually reach you even if your phone is off. You can send the location coordinates using this application. And then you have LG Smart World, where you will get some applications which are again designed for this device only. Widgets, you have regular widgets which come pre-installed on this device. There is nothing new as such which I can notice, but there are some widgets which are again provided by LG for this phone, like the task manager, which will allow you to clear the RAM. You can actually place this widget on your home screen and then you can clear the RAM to make the phone fast whenever you want to. And it will also display how much of RAM is actually free. As far as the responsiveness of the UI is concerned, the phone is quite snappy in terms of the UI. You have a large number of animations which are there on the device. Let me just show you those animations. So on the home screen you have all these effects which are these. So you can have all these different kind of animations transition when you go across home screens, and you can select in between animations anytime. And even with these animations, the device is pretty responsive. There is no problem. You have different number of themes. Right now I have actually applied a theme in which I have a different wallpaper on every home screen which I see. So the wallpaper automatically changes in the background. Now when it comes to the browser, you have two options. When it comes to the browser, you have Google Chrome, which comes pre-installed on the browser, and you have the stock Android browser which is there on the device as well. So as you can see, it has loaded our website pretty fine and pretty quickly actually. There is no problem with the kinetic scrolling. Kinetic scrolling is super smooth. There is no problem at all. As far as the rendering of the text is concerned, the text is rendered quite precisely. Double tap to zoom is again working quite nicely. There is no issue. And if I talk about panning is again super smooth. There is no problem at all. As far as the browser is concerned, the browser is quite good on this device. So we just ran the quadrant standard benchmark and the total score of the device is 7481, and these are the detailed score as you can see for this device, which are again quite impressive in terms of the numbers. And if I show you the sensors, if I show you the system information, these are all the sensors which you will get in this device. It does have a magnetometer sensor, that is the magnetic sensor, accelerometer sensor, and all these sensors. And if we take a look over the resolution, it has got 768 into 1280 resolution, which is a high definition resolution. It has got Adreno 320 GPU, and these are the other details. Here we have the processor. The processor is ARM V7 architecture processor, and it is a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. So as far as multi-touch is concerned, it supports 10-point multi-touch on this device, as you can see. So the Ninamark score on this device is quite impressive. It gave us 59.6 FPS, which is again quite good for both casual gamers as well as you will be able to play high graphic intensive game on this device. And it offers you over 25 GB of internal storage, which is available to the user. So you should be able to install almost any kind of game, which is even big in terms of the overall setup size. So we are just trying to play a video on this device, and this video is again from my YouTube channel. This is a review of Alcatel One Touch Star hands-on. So as you can see, the video is right now playing in high definition on this device. And if we talk about the phone in terms of the overall build quality, so in terms of the overall loudness, there is no problem at all. The video playback is quite nice. As far as the video playback from the YouTube, there is no problem at all. The viewing angles are again quite wide, even this way or this way. There is no problem at all. Let's see how does a high definition video will look like when we play that on the device. We have already transferred some of the videos which are in high definition and which are recorded from other devices. This is a high definition video which is recorded at 720p. And as far as the video playback is concerned, there is no issue at all. The overall colors which I see in terms of the reproduction of colors is quite nice. There is no issue at all. And the quality of sound which is coming out from the loudspeaker on the back side over here is quite good. Let me just play this video again. Okay. So the video is looking good and the playback of the video is again quite smooth. Let me just go back and play a high definition video. This is a video which has been recorded from other device at 1080p. And if I actually tell you about the playback, The playback is again quite smooth. There is a very little lag when it comes to the playback. If I forward the video to a different extent, it is actually almost instant. And in the video player, as you can see, you do have large number of other options. You can take the video to a full screen. So the video is right now playing in the full screen, and then you have the option to make the video into a pop-up screen. So you have a pop-up video player as well, of which you can actually control the size of the frame of the video, as well as you can pause the video from here. You can increase and decrease the transparency of this frame as well, which is again quite nice. So you can play the videos in a pop-up player window like this, and you can increase and decrease the transparency so that you can see the home screen as well in the background, as well as you can do it for browser as well. So you can play YouTube videos as well in the browser. Now to conclude our review about LG Optimus G, we would like to tell you about something. The device becomes little bit hot when you use it for a long time, when you play videos, whenever you browse web or do anything on the device. It becomes quite hot, especially at this point at the back side. It has got a glassy back, and because of the glassy back, it will attract some fingerprints, as you can notice right now. So in case you want to buy this device, I would suggest that you go for a back protection in form of a case or something like that. It doesn't come with a flip cover, it doesn't come with a back case within the package. If we talk about OTG is not supported on this device. However, you do have the MHL support on this device, but you will have a MHL adapter on your own. It doesn't come within the package. The sound which is coming from the device in terms of the loudspeaker as well as from the earphones is quite good. You get in-ear type of earphones with this device, and when it comes to the loudness of the sound from the loudspeaker, it is quite loud. If I talk about the magnetic compass sensor, you do have a magnetic compass sensor in this device, so GPS navigation is not an issue. There is no problem at all. It does support USB tethering, as well as you have a Wi-Fi hotspot feature as well. It does support video wallpaper as well. You have live wallpaper support as well. And if I talk about the RAM, it has got 2 GB of RAM, which is quite good for this device. So the complete user experience from this device when you buy this phone is going to be something which is amazing. Something which I like about this device is the display. It has got an amazing bright display, which is very good in terms of the overall brightness. And when it comes to the overall battery, it gives you around more than 1 day of battery backup for moderate usage. If you are a heavy user, it will last for you 18 to 19 hours, which is quite good again. When we talk about LG Optimus G, it is quite a decent device which you can buy right now. It comes for a price of around 30,000 Indian rupees, and at this price point, it is a very close competitor to Samsung Galaxy S3, which is coming at a price of around 28 to 29,000 Indian rupees. And this one specifically is much better than Samsung Galaxy S3 in terms of the overall features which you will get in, and you get a pretty decent camera as well on this device if you compare it with Samsung Galaxy S3. So that's all from us right now regarding the quick hands-on review of LG Optimus G. Do let us know if you have any questions related to this device. We will keep doing more videos around this device. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.